After enjoying a little time off with her family, and while she was gone, our member of our digital team, Kevin Osborne, continued a story that we've been following closely on what's happening with 3CDC and kind of the structures that they're responsible for.
Exactly. As we've talked about on this program several times, 3CDC owns hundreds of properties in Over the Rhine, hundreds of historic buildings, and some of them have real problems with being out of shape and in disrepair. I had written several weeks ago a story about a property on Elm Street that has a big hole in the back of a second floor. The bricks are kind of falling apart and the hole just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And the Board of Housing Appeals was not happy that 3CDC was back. There were some pretty harsh words exchanged. The board chairman said that he thought if this were any other property owner, the person would be in jail at this point. So they were pretty upset. They gave 3CDC 90 days to get the property into some shape and make some progress. 3CDC's Chad Munitz made it clear that 3CDC apologized for the problems and was trying to get this stuff in order, that it had a new program in place to kind of handle these assets, and they really want to get things back on track.
But now a specific timeline that
right,
they have to follow
exactly,
for this
property. Yeah, 90 days, that's
All right. We'll certainly keep following that one with you.
Yeah.
And also, kind of dear to a lot of parents' hearts, I think, of safety of the apartments their kids are renting when they're in college.
Exactly. This is something else that we've talked about, I know, on this program before. My colleague Dan Monk and I wrote in February after the horrible fire that killed 2 UC students near the University of Cincinnati campus in a rental house there. A lot of people have been really pushing for tougher fire safety measures, and this is not a new problem. Back in 2008, the city tried to start a program where landlords would volunteer for various inspections to make sure their properties were safe. Now there's kind of a new push for a similar program. This one's simpler. It's also voluntary. This would be where firefighters would go in and inspect properties to really make sure that they're safe. Uptown Rental Properties is the first owner to volunteer for this. They have newer properties, but there are some hurdles, which I wrote about. Those are manpower. The fire station near UC's campus is one of the busiest in the cities. It faces brownouts because of budget cuts. So when firefighters have to go inspect these properties, it's highly likely that they could be called away for emergencies before they can complete the inspections.
It's an effort in the right direction.
Yes, it sure is.
All right, you can always see Lucy's work online, wcpo.com/business. Always great. Good to have you back, too.
Thank you so much.
We'll be back right after this.